Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pathfinder 2E Death Revision. All right, so Pathfinder 2E Playtest, which is an actual full edition masquerading as a playtest. Basically, Paizo has brought out the first major revision of those rules, and that is revision to how the death recovery is done, right? So essentially, when in the old way, the old Pathfinder 2E playtest way, and not the new revision, was you would drop to 0 hit points, you would immediately drop your weapon, you would drop prone, and you would fall unconscious, right? And then you would have to make a recovery save, right? And then this is critical. If you made your death recovery save, you would come up to 1 hit point, but you would still be unconscious, right? Now, this is really interesting. Why would they put this in the game? Well, that you would put this into the game for role-playing reasons, okay? One of the biggest problems in role-playing games is that basically every dungeon master in the world and every game master in the world, in Paizo's case, for Pathfinder 2E, they have learned you do not coup de grace a fallen character. When I say coup de grace, I don't mean a specific feat or a specific action. I mean go up and deliver a killing blow to a fallen opponent, right? But this has never made sense from a role-playing perspective, right? Every villain, henchman, and minion would absolutely, if you fell down, they would spike you, like, from a role-playing game perspective. What's really interesting is Pathfinder 2E acknowledged this and then built that into the mechanics so that, like, basically they're saying, oh yeah, well, even if they save their death save, if they make their, the villain, the henchman, and the and the minions would all say, oh, well, even if they make their death save, they're still unconscious. I'll just kill them off at the end of the fight rather than right now, right? Which would be much more strategically proper, right? But guess what? You cannot ignore the genius of Mike Mearls. And so all that, cool role-playing, correctly mechanically structured death recovery system, which was built into Pathfinder 2E playtest, has been scrapped, and here's the new one. They're removing the roll to gain reconsciousness. So you would just make your consciousness, you'd pop right up, right? And then you would be slowed by the number of dying 1, 2, or 3 that you have, right? So you would be slowed, and then you would be losing the ability to, I think they take those right off your amount of actions, right? So that's really, really interesting. I think the only thing that's really interesting the thing that's primarily interesting about this is poor Paizo and Pathfinder 2E. You just, it's so hard to beat Dungeons & Dragons. They're so far ahead, even when you try something that fixes an age-old role-playing game problem. Still, you end up scrapping it to go right back into the comfortable arms of what Dungeons & Dragons 5e is already doing, because it's the best edition of the game that's ever been created, and Mike Mearls is probably the most... Mike Mearls is the design Mac of all TRPG history, and Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition will be incredibly difficult for Paizo 2E to even dent, right? And I really think the more I learn about Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the more I look at Pathfinder 2E, I am convinced that Mike Mearls is second only to Gary Gygax. Like, he beats everybody. Hainssu, Tweet, Moldvay, doesn't matter who you're talking about. Every previous design lead on D&D, he crushes them all except Gygax, right? And I really feel very sorry for Jason Bullman, even when he does something innovative and even historically important, right? He still ends up running right back to where Dungeons & Dragons is with 5th edition right now. And so while Pathfinder 2E is this brilliant, shining 574-page free product that has awesome design, awesome icons, awesome writing, awesome art, fully playable, and you would never need to buy whatever nonsense version they're building now, right? Because you could just play Pathfinder 2E, which has already been fully delivered. The game took 2 years to build. It is a full edition, given for free to everyone. And, you know, like I have such a weird relationship with Pathfinder 2e. I love it and I hate it. So, you know, and so it's just, even as as Jason Bowman tries to build this thing, you just can't get past Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition because it's such an amazingly strong build. And as Pathfinder 2e is built, my respect for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition grows, and my sympathy for Jason Bowman grows as well. Thank you. That's my take on the Pathfinder 2e playtest Death Recovery revision. Take care. Oh, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.